Britain's new Starstreak missile. Man-portable air defense systems are a formidable weapon. Abbreviated to MANPADS, in the hands of skilled fighters, they're capable of severely battering enemy frontline aviation, even with complete air superiority. Something approximating such a situation has now developed in the skies above Ukraine, where more than 150 Russian fighters and about an equal number of helicopters have already been shot down. For a long time, the American Stinger was considered the king of MANPADS. It's true, it really is an awesome weapon, and we have already discussed it in one of our earlier videos. But it has turned out that the US's partners in NATO are capable of creating even more effective and formidable weapons. As you may have guessed, we're going to be talking about the Starstreak MANPADS. This is a product of British design. Starstreak was created to destroy low-flying helicopters and enemy aircraft. However, the manufacturing company promotes Starstreak as a multi-purpose system. Let's start straight away with its main features. The Starstreak HVM, or High Velocity Missile, refers to a fifth generation of missiles. Starstreak is equipped with a two-stage solid propellant engine and is kept in a unified transport launch tube. After completing a mission, its operator disconnects the used tube and attaches a new one to the aiming unit. The warhead of the rocket consists of 3 kinetic tungsten elements with armor-piercing capabilities. They are also called darts, mini projectiles, or submunitions. This technical solution increases the lethal force. Each component contains a fragment filling. Naturally, this increases the probability of hitting the target. Each mini projectile has its own warhead. The body of the dart has a contact fuse and an electronic guidance system unit with a microprocessor. A battery and a laser radiation receiver are installed in its tail section. Flight stability is provided by a stabilizer. Guidance is carried out not by a thermal trace, nor by means of radar, rather by a laser beam. This is the second important feature of the British MANPADS. At the same time, the warheads of the darts do not respond to heat traps, which often save an aircraft or helicopter from attacks by a Stinger or similar MANPADS. Starstreak radar interference is also not bad. It was in fact its laser guidance which got Starstreak its name. Target selection, acquisition, and guidance are performed by the Starstreak operator. After launch, the operator continues to keep the target in the sights of the control unit, accompanying the flight of the rocket. The third amazing feature is its speed performance. The Starstreak rocket can accelerate to speeds over Mach 4. This is, of course, less than that of advanced heavy air defense systems, but noticeably higher than that of other portable systems. Thus, Starstreak occupies an intermediate position between portable systems and heavy air defense systems. Also outstanding are the effective range and maximum height of the Starstreak. The system operates at a distance of up to 4.35 miles. The minimum distance to the target must not be less than 980 feet. According to some reports, the height of action for the British MANPADS reaches up to 22,000 feet, but the manufacturer claims Starstreak's effective height is 16,500 feet, which is also very good. The Stinger's figures are more modest. In addition, whilst the Stinger is most effective in a head-on or interception, the Starstreak can be used on an outgoing target. Attacking a receding target is an extremely useful feature because the shooter does not always have information about the approach of the aircraft. A fighter armed with Starstreak MANPADS has more time to prepare for launch and a better chance of destroying the target. How does Starstreak work? Let's start by noting the fact that training a shooter lasts 20 days. This is an order of magnitude longer than the training period for the Stinger operator. The difference in timing is due to its more complex management. The Starstreak complex includes a control unit. This is its main component. A launch tube is attached to it. A similar arrangement is implemented in many models of MANPADS. The control unit includes a joystick, a trigger, a general switch, a wind compensator, and a device for fixing the target's flight altitude. All controls and control electronics are molded. The lithium sulfide battery that powers the Starstreak is also located here. The operator locks onto an air target using a monocular sight equipped with a laser stabilization system. The aiming mark is located in the center of the field of view. After turning on the MANPADS and locking onto the target, the Starstreak shooter operator presses the trigger. From the power source, the starting engine is activated and is then turned off when the rocket passes out of the transport and launch container. The time from the moment the target is detected to the launch of the missile is less than 5 seconds. For accuracy of the shot, it is extremely important to keep the selected aerial target in the crosshairs of the sight. The preliminary blast lasts less than a second. After this, the stabilizers on the rocket body are deployed. In the launch tube, they are in a folded position. To open them up, a conventional spring mechanism is used. Then, the accelerating engine is turned on, which accelerates the rocket to a speed of over Mach 4. The propulsion system uses high-energy, low-smoke fuel to hide the launch site. It is after this that things get interesting. Interesting for us, that is, but horrible for the pilot of any airplane or helicopter under attack. When the Starstreak missile's velocity sensor detects that a speed of Mach 4+ has been reached, the booster is disabled. 3 arrow-shaped darts fly out of the rocket. The process happens automatically. The darts line up around the guidance beam along the course of travel in a triangular battle formation. The laser beam path should lead this triad to their goal. Moreover, the distance between each dart and the laser beam does not exceed 5 feet. Note that from the moment of launch until striking the target, around 8 seconds pass. That is, even if the fighter pilot spots the point of launch, he has little chance of escaping the Starstreak darts. Consider the example of a Starstreak attack against a modern Russian Su-35 4+++ generation fighter, since helicopters are too simple a target for the Starstreak. Now, most frontline fighter missions take place at low altitude. The maximum speed of the Su-35 at low altitude is Mach 1.15. Within 8 seconds, this fighter is capable of accelerating to Mach 0.2 and rising 7,000 feet above its initial position. But recall, the speed of the Starstreak rocket is Mach 4+. In addition, the Starstreak rocket and darts are capable of maneuvering behind an aircraft with G-forces of up to 9G. Therefore, if the Su-35 is within a radius of 9,000 feet from the launch site, then it has a very small likelihood of surviving. There is no chance to use heat traps either, because the rocket and Starstreak darts do not have IR heads. Therefore, a pilot who manages to notice the launch of a Starstreak can spend his last 8 seconds praying. At the same time, he can remember the good and bad deeds of his life. Each dart weighs just under 2 pounds. Its length, 1.5 feet. Half the mass of the mini projectile is polymer-bonded explosive. As mentioned earlier, each dart is autonomously controlled and guided by a laser beam. For this, an autonomous guidance system is provided in the housing. Flight stability is achieved through miniature rudders and stabilizers on the body. Due to the tremendous speed of flight and the tungsten armor-piercing core, Starstreak darts easily pierce the body of the aircraft. When the dart collides with the target, the shock sensor is triggered by the slowdown. That is to say, the polymer-bonded explosive ignites inside the body of the target. The damage from such a hit is at its peak, so it is best for the pilot to eject in advance and hope not to fall into the hands of the enemy search party. The Starstreak complex is effective not only in combat against air targets, it can also be used to destroy lightly armored and unarmored vehicles. Here, Starstreak can serve as a replacement for the Javelin. Versatility is an extremely useful attribute in combat conditions. The Starstreak Air Defence system was developed in 3 versions. The SL version is a portable variant of Starstreak. The LML version is a man-portable variant based on the Starstreak Light Multi-Shot Launcher. The SP version is designed for air defense of armored units. In this variant, Starstreak is placed on a self-propelled armored chassis or based on an all-terrain vehicle. In the first case, the Starstreak MANPADS become a weapon for small mobile groups that hunt enemy aircraft and helicopters. This tactic works particularly well in the Russian-Ukrainian war. The LML version is designed for stationary positions, so the system includes 3 launch containers. It takes less than 2 minutes to launch all 3 missiles. The aiming unit is mounted on a special rotary device. The rotation angle is 360 degrees. The Starstreak launcher in the LML version has a more serious sub-ammunition and is comparable in its action to some heavy air defense systems. For example, the LML complex includes a friend or foe identification system, and the operator can receive target data from the ADAD system or an external radar. The Starstreak SP version is mounted on an armored or off-road chassis. The transportable ammunition of Starstreak SP is 12 missiles. The machine is equipped with satellite communication and satellite navigation systems. If an SUV serves as the base, then the ammunition load is reduced down to 4 missiles. When the sky is occupied by enemy aircraft, this is an indispensable defense for units on the march. Separately, we mentioned another modification of Starstreak, which has received the ominous name Hellstreak. These are complexes with air-to-air close-range missiles, which Apache helicopters can be armed with. Furthermore, back in their development phase in 1991, a version of the Starstreak complex was presented for use on a marine multi-launch system. The fate of this project is currently unknown. The Starstreak anti-aircraft missile system was adopted by the British Army on September 1, 1997. Thales Air Defence, which is known in the market by the name Short Missile Systems, became the main developer of the complex. In addition, BAE Systems participated in its design along with a dozen other companies. The result is a completely unique complex that can change the course of any war. It was not long ago that the Starstreak MANPADS appeared in Ukraine. The statistics from the first days of use of this British weapons system only reaffirms its incredible effectiveness.